the final Women's Supa-Liga match of the evening. Here we have the Western Devils up against the Andinas. Last season's league runners-up in the Western Devils and last season's Women's Grand Finals runners-up in the Andinas. We've got some new faces on the Andinas side, but we'll just quickly go through the team lists. For the Western Devils, we've got Andrea Priado, number 29, Becky Musial, number 1, Laura Waltman, number 5, Michaela Thorley, number 4, Nina Borman, number 6, and Penelope Clayton, number 21. For the Andinas, we've got Camila Cristanini, number 20. That was delightful ball there by Clayton, finding Waltman. Just couldn't find that one on target, but continuing the Andinas lineup. Ellis Glanfield, new signing for the Andinas from Rockingham Cumbio Cumbre, number 19. Angela Rooney, number 22. Another new signing for the Andinas, Camille Harrell, number 18, coming from the likes of South Perth Alliance. Thea Dunn as well for the Andinas, number 16, a new signing. Ingrid Gomez Basilo, number 10. Priyasha Thoka, number 7. Maria Meloro, number 12. Gina Camila Jimenez, number 3. And Cian Gabrielson, number 21. For that is the team lineup for the Andinas. It is to mention that the Andinas are without their star goalkeeper, Noi Pacau, who is still out with injury. What a summer season she had, winning herself the Golden Glove and the Grand Final MVP. So that is a big out for them. So we'll see how the likes of their backup goalie goes on this occasion, as here comes Waltman, looks for the switch of play. Well read there by Glanfield, who's on the counter-attack now. It's a bit end-to-end here between the two teams, as here comes Priado. Gets past one, looks for the foul. Referee says play on, and Dina's back underway. Harrell. Well read there by Waltman, and here's an opportunity to take the advantage. Laura Waltman, yes she does. Gives the Western Devils the lead early on in this contest. As we watch the replay, a bit sloppy in possession there by, I believe it was Harrell, and Waltman. Give her chances like that, she'll score every day of the week, and the Western Devils are up. It is to mention they are without their amazing coach, Amanda Lynch. There's other commitments this evening and she couldn't make it, but she might be watching on the live stream and she'll be happy with that early goal for the Western Devils. Harrell. Glanfield. Well, we're out there again. Laura Waltman, can she double advantage? No, she can't. Big save there by the likes of Camilla Cristanini. Laura Waltman looked to double her tally for the evening, but big save for the Andinas, number 1. As we see Glanfield check out for Jimenez. Priado. Clayton. Now Waltman into Priado. Ball down the line, looking for the run of Waltman, but just runs out of play, and the Andinas get us back underway. Harrell played wide. Jimenez, heavy touch, but just sloppy in possession, and Andinas back on the ball. Harrell still on the ball. Good battle between her and Waltman. Harrell contesting the call there, but it was a Good chance there for the likes of Borman. Just couldn't find the back of the net, and it was another big save by the likes of Cristanini. Ball over the top. Up for a side ball. Priado. Into Clayton. Tries to skip past the likes of Dunn, but just can't do so. And now Dunn back in possession. Switches to Harrell. Played into Basilio, but she gets dispossessed, but does well. Regains possession. Dunn. Now Jimenez. Back to Harrell. Look for the flick down the line. Well read there by Borman. He finds Priado. Now the Borman. Ball over the top looking for Waltman. Just couldn't find her. As we see Mellero check back on for her first minutes. Mellero. Ball again. Waltman. She's looking on it tonight. But that heavy touch just let her down. And Harrow looking for the diagonal ball. The run of Glanfield was a good one, but the ball just a bit too heavy and it goes out of touch. Now the Devils get us back underway. Priado. Waltman into Clayton. Now Priado back to Clayton. Such a play just runs out of space, and Andinas will get us back underway.
Clayton wins it in front and turns, tries to get a shot away. It's saved by Cristianini. Jimenez in the middle now. Possession lost for the Andinas. Laura Waltman trying to get beyond Jimenez. Malero. Jimenez looks down the line for Glanfield. Waltman, Clayton, and that shot from range almost catching Cristianini out, just going over the crossbar. In the middle, it's been battling for it. Clayton to Waltman. Ball back out wide to Clayton. Has Glanfield to beat. Toe pokes it into the former Cumbre Fixo. Clayton. Waltman. Back to Clayton. Ball down the line to Borman. Good tackle by Tucker. Glanfield with the spin. It's cleared off her and ricochets up in the air and out for a Western Devils ball. Borman to Waltman. And now Clayton lobbing it forward, headed clear by Jimenez. Glanfield under pressure from Clayton. Glanfield trying to barge her way through, but the ball goes the Devils' way. Thorley. Clayton, first time ball, pops up in the air. Waltman trying to find a way through. Here she comes. Good save by Cristianini. And it's out for a side ball. It's gone the way of the Andinas, though. Malero uses Cristianini. And the ball to Jimenez, a poor one. Thorley. Back to Clayton. Thorley once more. Thorley receives it inside. Now here's Nina Borman. Clayton. Waltman. Clayton. Ball around the corner. Glanfield heads clear. Now a chance for Tucker. But gathered by Musial. Clayton. Waltman. Thorley. Clayton. In the middle. Waltman. Back to Clayton. Long ball forward. But into Christianini's arms. Malero. Ball down the line. Tucker. Harrell back on now. Good ball into the corner. Glanfield scoots it over everybody. And it's gone out for a sideline ball the Western Devils' way. Musial to Clayton now. Thorley back to Clayton. Lobs it over the top. Chance now for Priato. But it's been well defended by their new recruit, Ellis Glanfield. Clayton brings it back onto the left. Blocked by Malero. Clayton inside the box. Blocked behind again. A ball up the line to Waltman. Priato trying to find Thorley. Cleared away by Harrell. Waltman will be first to get there. Finds Clayton, who has Tucker to beat. Good tackle by Tucker. Thorley. Priato slowing it down. Chipped ball into the middle. Waltman feeding in Priato. But Tutcher defending well. Harrow drags it inside. Gives it to Tutcher. Back to Harrow. And Harrow's ball to Glanfield, a poor one. Priato, Clayton, Waltman, back to Clayton. Andinas are pressing a little bit higher. Waltman trying to burst through. Last touch was off Glanfield. It's the Devils' sideline ball. Clayton to bring it in. Long ball forward, looking for Waltman. It's a good one. Christianini coming out with the punch, and Priato shoots from distance, but nowhere near the target. Tia Dunn coming back on with Gomez Bisalo. Poor ball by Harrow. Thorley trying to find a way to go, and the foul has been called. Nell Clayton starting over this one. Goes for the dink. Ball inside the area, but Christianini gets two hands on it in the end. Harrow To Gomez Basalo, switching ball to Totcha. Down the line, trying to find Dunn. Musial making sure of it, clearing it into touch. Totcha. Back to Gomez Basalo. Here is Haru. Haru into the middle to no avail. As Priato just about finds Clayton. Haru picks it up, shoots from distance. And that was a venomous strike toward the goal, but Uziel relieved to see it fly wide. Ball into the middle. Borman feeds it back out wide to Priato. Now here's Clayton on the near side. Priato lobs it forward. Priato gets stuck in there. Has to be careful here. Gomez Basalo in behind to make it 1-1. Big save by Musial. Harrell on the follow-up. Priato has to be careful to Borman. Andinas are pressing now. And Priato finds Clayton nicely. Now a 2-on-1. Borman on the favoured left foot. And deflects behind for a corner. 4 minutes left to go in this first half. Clayton upfield to Waltman. Back to Clayton. Poor ball, really. It's gone behind.
Getting us back underway for the Andinas. The likes of Dunn now on the ball. Plays wide. Basalo looking for Jimenez, but her pass just goes astray. Clayton, Waltman. Now Borman, and she does well to win herself a side ball. Borman resets to Clayton. Chip ball over the top. Just goes astray. Dunn to Jimenez. Plays wide. Down the line for Totcha, but her touch let herself down. As we see Borman check out for her first rest of the evening. And Priato checking back in. 2 minutes 40 left on the clock. And that opportunity there by Thorley wasn't far away. Dunn. Back to Dunn. Orchestrating this Andina's attack well, but her pass there went astray, and now Clayton collects for the Devils. Priato. Now Thorley. Into Clayton, but that pass there just wasn't good enough. And now the Andinas back in possession. Free run here if they can find her. Mellero, she found a gap in behind, but likes of Dunn just couldn't get the pass to her as Clayton. As we see the likes of Basalo has just gone to the floor. Now she jogs off for a sub. Hopefully she's okay. Thorley. Now Clayton. Does well. Gets past one. Good battle there between the two of them. Glanfield did well to use her physicality, but Clayton had won the side ball and just went astray. Dunn. Now Jimenez gets dispossessed by Waltman, but she's just happy to see that one back in the hands of Glanfield. Dunn. Pass it to down there, and now Borman resets to her keeper. Musial. Priado. Chip ball middle, but Christiani did well. Glanfield. Here's an opportunity for the Andinas, but again, just sloppy in possession. Bit of miscommunication there from Christiani. Didn't realise it had a touch off the Andinas player in Jimenez. She won herself a corner and Waltman almost punished her for that mistake. Christiani played inside to Dunn. Now Jimenez. Back to Dunn. Long ball down the line. Good first touch, but Waltman just got kicked there. Waltman makes her way into target. And Clayton plays back to Borman. A half of limited chances for either side. Most notable for the Andinas is probably that long-range effort by Harrell. But the Western Devils, they have been clinical so far. Laura Waltman in that early first 3 minutes in, actually, took chance of the Andinas' sloppy possession. But ever since that, the Devils not really having anything clear cut as that sees us for the half time. We'll be back with you just after this break.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia. Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
Dunn to Glanfield, and now Harrow. The Andinas trail by a goal to nil. The Laura Waltman opener still stands decisive at the moment. And it's a corner to come for the women in yellow. Glanfield pulls her effort wide. It was a good ball to find her from Harold. Musial to Priato. Borman. Priato once more. Christianini. Glanfield to Harrow. Scoops it down the line. Glanfield looks for the back post run and done. Who's not going to be able to get there in time. And the ball wasn't placed on the line. Thorley turning it over. Glanfield shoots from range. Blocked by Priato. Toucher into the middle. Ball spills loose. Thorley comes away with it. Done. Harrow. Waltman lobs it forward. Harrow in a foot race with Priato. Strong for options. Gives it away. Borman with a chance. And it's gone in the end. Nina Borman doubles the advantage for the Western Devils. A scrappy goal to say the least. Christianini making the initial save, but it wasn't enough to keep it out in the end as Borman finished on the rebound and gave the Western side a 2-0 advantage. Great ball to the back post, and they've pulled one back, the Andinas. What a goal that was. The ball from Gomez Visalo to find Glanfield was very articulate, and Glanfield made no mistake with the finish. The game's right back on here, and the next goal will be decisive. They finally found a way to beat Musial, something they were unable to achieve in the first half, and it looks like the free kick has gone the way of the Devils. Clayton chips it into the area. No one could get the finishing touch. That one sailed behind. Christianini short to Dunn, who pumps it forward, but Gomez Visalo was on the wrong side of the ball. Waltman. Clayton back to Waltman, who plays it forward looking for Borman. Dunn trying to find a way through. Thorley goes for a bit of a run herself now. Gives it to Waltman. Clayton. Ball forward to Thorley, who tries to head it into Borman. Thorley with the challenge. It spills loose to Waltman, who shoots, but it's well blocked by Gina Jimenez. And Waltman lays it off the line to Clayton, whose first shot was blocked. The second effort making its way through, but Christianini did just enough to make the save. It's Tia Dunn. Glanfield down the line to Visalo. Was Waltman fouled? Referee allowing play to continue. Jimenez. Gomez Visalo, lovely ball to find Glanfield. But a good save by Musial to keep the Devils in the lead, and the follow-up effort by Gomez Vassallo wide of the goal. Clayton to Priato, now Waltman. Back to Priato. Clayton out wide. Leaves it into Waltman. Clayton again. Half chance, goes back in. Christianini makes the save. And Priato trying to head it into Clayton, but made a meal of that one. Done. Glanfield. Switching ball, trying to find Vassallo. Cut out by Priato. Back to Waltman. Now here's Priato. Feeds in Clayton. Looks for the long ball forward. Waltman heads it on, but it's wide off the target. Malero getting ready to come back on. Gladfield into the middle. Couldn't pick out Vassallo. "14 minutes to go in this contest. We'll see the WA Eagles take on the Perth Pumas in the MSL in the next one. Glanfield driving forward, blocked by Priato. Here's Malero. Vassallo links up nicely with Malero. Musial diving on it to prevent an equaliser. Vassallo's shot rocketing off Clayton's face. Malero up the line to Glanfield. That's a brilliant hit. It was heading for that top corner, but headed clear by Priato with a bit of individual brilliance defensively there. Gomez Vassallo. The Andinas, they look to have the momentum. Can they find an equaliser? Glanfield from range again. This time just couldn't find the target. The Devils may be starting to tire. They've only got one substitute on the bench who hasn't really been used that heavily either. Clayton trying to get beyond Glanfield. Plays it off of her for a side ball into the middle. Waltman snatches at the opportunity. Christianini short. Glanfield under pressure, has to be careful. Glanfield does well to keep it in. Malero looks to turn. Clayton chips it inside the D. Waltman trying to get something on it. Christianini to Jimenez. Now Glanfield. Ball into the middle. Waltman blocks it. Gomez Vassallo to Jimenez. Now Malero. Bit of an awkward touch, and Gomez Vassallo can't make amends for her. Clayton. Borman once more. Good ball down the line to Priato. That's a lovely turn, but well defended by Jimenez, who pokes it toward Gomez Vassallo. 11 minutes to go in this contest. The Devils lead by the slenderest of margins, but the last goal of the game was scored by the women in yellow. Do they have the momentum? Clayton tries to chip it into Borman. Harrow mistouches it. Harrow to Jimenez. Ball out wide to Vassallo. Back to Jimenez. Down the line to Harrow, who flicks it for Vassallo. But it's just gone out of play there.
Clayton to get us back underway for the Devils. Chip ball looking for Waltman. All dealt with, but now Borman in the next wave of attack. Resets to Clayton. Now Waltman. Good footwork there by Clayton. Goes for the toe poke. Well saved there by Christianini. Hit that onto the woodwork and out for a corner ball. Corner there by Borman, taken quickly. Laura Waltman just couldn't find the contact on that pass and well over the bar. Totcha, wide to Harrell. Moving at pace, still going Harrell. Done well, and now they're back in possession. Waltman in that target position, but fighting well with Harrell. Harrell comes up on top. Totcha. Played wide. Jimenez. Mellero. Dispossessed. No foul called. Waltman. Happy to just keep possession. Resets to Clayton. Back to Waltman. Waltman. Over the top. Looking for like Cipriano, but just a bit too much on that one. Roll there back Christianini. Not good enough. Bit of miscommunication there. I thought myself that it was a Devils ball. I think it was, but Andinas got ourselves back underway, and an opportunity there for Dunn. Is it a corner? Yes, it is, and Dunn will take. Totcha does well. Plays wide to Harrell, but the pass just goes astray, and now here's an opportunity for the Western Devils. Thorley goes for the chance, and she scores! Just coming back on the court. Thorley gives the Western Devils a 3-1 advantage. That's a big goal there by Michaela Thorley. Not having huge minutes in the game, but when she came on, she's made her minutes matter. And now the Andinas have the uphill battle to climb. We'll see. There's still plenty of time. 7.5 minutes. We'll see what occurs as Harrell, happy to see that one out of play. There's a timeout now called for the Western Devils. We'll be back with you just after this break.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
And welcome back after the timeout. Just heard from the Andinas timeout. Just give it your all. 7 minutes left on the clock. Not much to lose. Full press. Get those attacking opportunities and we'll see what happens. It is only 2 goals the deficit. They're still definitely well in this contest as Harrell resets to the likes of Tocha. Tocha, that pass just goes astray. Clayton from the side ball. Over the top. Beautiful run there by Thorley. Just dropped into Christianini's box and happy to collect that one. Thea Dunn went for the long-ranged effort. Just goes astray. Full press called from the Andinas. Did well to see that one out of play. Clayton over the top for Waltman. Good first touch. Did just let her down a little bit. Bit too heavy. Went out of touch. Now Harrell. Cuts inside. Resets to Dunn. A bit messy here by Tocha, but she's happy to reset to Dunn. Over the top looking for Harrell, and Harrell's touch just lets her down. Don't forget to stay with us for the rest of the evening. Next up, we've got the Men's Supa-Liga A Division contests. First up, the WA Eagles up against the Perth Pumas. Should be an exhilarating contest. Then after that, the Andinos up against Coburn Wolves. Both sides finishing in the top 8 last season. So that should be a pulsating matchup. And then to finish off the night, probably the match of the weekend, the Northern Hawks up against Sterling Brazajinga. They had some brilliant encounters last season, with the head-to-head record being the Northern Hawks in their first matchup, They battled it out for a 3-3 draw, but then once the top 8 split, the Northern Hawks did get the better of Sterling Brazajinga 3-1 on the night. So both sides always bring the intensity, and that one should round out Supa-Liga weekend very well indeed. But back to tonight's action. Western Devils have the 3-1 advantage. They're doing very well. Limited rotations on the bench with just Thorley as that sub, but they've done well so far, taking their chances, and now Clayton resets to Priado. Chip ball over the top. Borman try to flick that past the likes of Christianini, but unfortunate so. Comes Tocha, long-range effort. Good save there by Musial. Now Priado. Thorley looking for that ball over the top. And Howell from distance. You know how good she can be from long-ranged efforts. Well blocked there by the likes of Priado. And now the Andinas get us back underway with Harrell. Switches play. Now for a side ball. Dunn down to Harrell. Looking to cut inside, but Priado sees that one out of touch. Ball over the top. That wasn't far away at all. Bassalo just couldn't get the right contact on the ball. Now Musial always looking for the run of Priado, and Priado's through on goal here. Can she make it 4? Great save there by Christianini. But it doesn't stop the wave of attacks coming from the Western Devils. Now with Borman. That one just goes out of touch though. Borman just touches it for Clayton. Rolls it back to Borman. Harrell does well. Wins herself a side ball. Tocha now done. Switches to Harrell. Plays Basilo, but that touch just lets her down as we see the timeout card coming in for the Andinas. Can regroup and attack the last 2 minutes, but it is a Western Devils ball. Parado for Clayton. Back to Parado, well read there, and it's out for a Western Devils ball. Over the top, and Christianini collects comfortably. Basilo getting pressed high here. Well dealt with for the Western Devils, and Musial just clears that one out of touch, and that will mean the timeout is now for the Andinas. We'll be back with you just after this break.
And the teams are ready and have taken the court after the timeout call. Cam Harrow gives it to Glanfield. Can Andinas resurrect the game? Harrow shoots, and somehow Musial's kept it out. Glanfield's going to go in the referee's notebook. Musial with a good save, just doing it off to keep it out of the back of the net. And Musial will get another go at it. It's a free kick this time, so she disposes of it with her feet. Good ball into Clayton, who couldn't get it under control. Here done. Glanfield cuts inside. Done with the toe poke. Priato outside of the football to Thorley, who shoots from the right wing, but wide of the target. Christianini to Glanfield. Harrow 1-2 with Glanfield. Bit of an awkward touch. Clayton. Thorley clears it away. We're inside the final minute now. Done. Ball across. Harrow. Chip pass into Glanfield, who shoots with the toe poke. It will ricochet off Clayton and go back the way of the Andinas. Ball into the middle to Dunn. Basalo, Borman. Clayton tries to turn. Nice turn. Loses out in the end though. Thorley coming up to mop the danger. Borman. Finesse pass around the corner. It's won back by Dunn. Glanfield. Andinas have to be direct now. Basalo down the line. Back into the centre. Thorley shields it out of play and draws a free kick. So 11.8 seconds left to go now. Clayton lobs it forward. Priato heads it down. It might fall to Woolman. And that will seal it. 4-1 victory for the Western Devils. Laura Waltman with her second of the evening to round out a great performance And it's back to the drawing board for the Andinas, who will take some time to gel with the new side, but nevertheless, big names out like Elias and Pukau, and it's still early on in the season, nothing too much to worry about, but the Devils avenge their semi-final defeat in style tonight, and the final shot comes in from Glanfield as the whistle goes. Thank you for joining us in this contest. We'll see you in the next one when the WA Eagles take on the Perth Pumas in the MSL.